Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening.
That thing's kind of loud, isn't it? Good evening, everyone. It is at 7 o'clock, and we certainly appreciate everyone being here. And thanks to everyone for the effort and the energy and the purpose that they put into this budget. But I am calling the meeting to order at this time. And at this time, I'd like to refer to our clerk for the roll call. Mrs. Lee?
Yes, sir. Councilmember Day?
Yes. Here.
Councilmember Johnson?
Present.
Councilmember Bailey?
Here.
Councilmember Gordy?
Here.
Mayor Lo?
Here.
Thank you.
And we have established the roll call, and at this time, I would like to defer to the city manager for the message of our budget for 2020 and 2021. Mr. Hunt.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate y'all giving the opportunity. Thanks to the council for working so diligently while we're putting this together, and for all the people that worked on this budget, all the department heads. I'm gonna keep it short and brief tonight. So what I'm gonna do at this point in time, and ask Steve Smith to come forward to present the budget message on the 2020-21 proposed budget.
Okay, Mr. Smith.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Yeah, it's working. All right, what we're here today is to present the 2020-2021 proposed budget for the city of Phoenix City. What I'm going to do is just go over the highlights of the budget, give the budget message, talk briefly, through the numbers, and then answer any questions that anybody might have. I'd like to point out that once the council approves the budget in its next meeting, it will be posted on the city's website for anybody to observe. We post a summary on the website every year. The detailed copy of the budget is available in the clerk's office for anybody in the public to come and see at any time. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and read the budget message. You should each have a copy of it in front of you. All right, the total general fund budget for fiscal year 2020-2021 is $46,086,602. That's an increase of $1,499,069, which is 3.25% increase over fiscal year 2019-2020 that we're in now. Projected increases in taxes and fines and forfeitures account for most of this increase. No tax or fee increase proposed or expected for the fiscal year 2021. Budget expenditures and transfers from the general fund are $45,859,518, with operating expenditures of $43,059,519, with debt service transfers of $1.5 million. The city projects to end the 2021 fiscal year with $227,084 balance of revenues over expenditures. The city budget and adjustment in the compensation system for fiscal year 2021. All city employees will receive a 2% cost of living adjustment in October of 2020 and an additional 1% cost of living adjustment in April of 2021. Merit raises for eligible employees as warranted from salary study completed by. Sorry.
All right.
I apologize. I should have cut that off and didn't think about it. I will cut it off now real quick to
Don't lose your
solve
spot
that
now.
problem.
Hey, Togar. All right. With the 2% cost and the
Yeah, that's
1%.
that 1% cost. And then as we do every 3 years, we hire Ellis Harper, which is a consulting firm that specializes in employee salaries and benefits. And they come in and do an outside impartial analysis of our workforce. They look at our job descriptions and our salaries and compare those to other cities and other industries in the area. And we make adjustments to the budget in accordance with that study that we get from Ellis Harper every 3 years, and that's included in this budget. All right, the city participates in the state of Alabama employee pension system, which established a 2-tier system as of 2013. Employees employed after that date participate in Tier 2 of the system in January 2015, the city changed its employee health care system by joining the state of Alabama local government plan. The employee share of the premiums, which became effective in January 2017, is 10% of employees, 10%. Employees who participate in the city's wellness program receive a discount off of their cost. Capital improvement plans for the city include several improvements, which include resurfacing projects on Dobbs, Knowles Road, 43rd Street, bridge replacement on Seal Road, and the city expects to complete more than $13 million in major capital improvements in the city's general fund capital improvements budget. The city has budgeted $1,535,457 in departmental capital equipment for lease payments for vehicles and equipment. And the utilities budget for 2020-21, the operating budget for the utilities division is $13,113,455, with utility debt service budget of $3,597,630, which includes $1,790,000 in principal reduction. No rate increase is anticipated for fiscal 2021. The operating budget includes $639,868 in departmental capital improvements and equipment, and $57,000 in improvements from the system development fees. The city expects to issue $8 million in revenue warrants to fund the capital needs for fiscal 21. This capital budget includes replacement of older water and sewer mains in the older areas of the city, expansion of the wastewater treatment plant, and new water and sewer mains. Beginning in fiscal year 2008-2009, the city began a multi-year program to upgrade its treatment plants, storage tanks, and old water and sewer lines. The system has continued to expand our sewer collection systems in the south and west and upgrade pumping stations and lines in the northern areas of the city. The city is moving forward with plans to ensure adequate water and sewer will be in place to accommodate proposed new developments on Highway 431 in South Phoenix City, along Highway 80 in West Phoenix City, and along River Chase Drive and Somerville Road in North Phoenix City. The city's special revenue fund budget for the fiscal year 2021 are as follows. The general fund's capital improvement budget, which we mentioned earlier, is $13,507,171, which includes the improvements we previously mentioned, in addition to continuing our pavement program, which we initiated in fiscal 2012. The second mortgage fund budget is $100,000, along with $50,000 in general fund for the removal of dilapidated and obsolete structures throughout the city in compliance with the new federal ADA standards. This includes $7 million fund of $4,966,518, which is for general obligation debt, and includes $2,055,000 in principal reduction. The gas tax fund budget is $500,000 for the road improvements. The correction fund budget is $55,000 to help defray the cost of operating the municipal court. And the confiscated property budget is $15,000 to assist in the operations of the police department. The city's public building authority budget is $10,243,781, with $9 million in capital spending and $850,000 in principal reduction to improve the city's administration buildings. And that last part there, that will be we'll be starting soon on expansions of the public safety building, which will extend that building out to the front of that building. And then we plan on building additional office space behind the municipal building that's there now with that fund.
Steve, let's make a correction where you say it's $2,855,000, and you said principal reduction, but should it be principal retirement?
We are retiring the principal, yes, you return it either way.
Okay.
It's just semantics, but we aggressively try to retire our debt and improve our fiscal responsibility. Every year we monitor that on a regular basis, as evidenced by the fact that we refinanced virtually all of the city's debt this year at a savings of almost $10 million for the city. And in terms of reducing our future debt service and interest costs. we appreciate the council's working with us to be able to do those types of things. You know, our main purpose is to take care of our employees and to foster the economic development of the city so that we can provide the level of services that our citizens expect every year. Have any questions from the council or the board?
Anyone have any questions?
Yes, I have one. Looking at this budget here, seem like we in good shape. We able to service our debt and what have you. We still maintain our AA- rating.
Yes.
There's no variable.
We anticipate approaching Standard & Poor's next year in fiscal '21. I think we have a reasonable chance of actually getting a ratings upgrade next year. The city is in the best financial shape it's ever been in the history of the city. We've continued to improve that. We've continued to improve our reserve standings and our revenue flow with all of the new development that's taking place in every area of this city. Every district is having new growth and development, particularly in the commercial area. I think we have an excellent opportunity next year to approach Standard & Poor's and to lobby at least for a ratings upgrade. I think we have a reasonable chance of getting a ratings upgrade next year. We currently, our AA- credit rating is currently the same as the state of Alabama's. It would be really nice to be able to get even better one than that, and that'd be giving some pretty good bragging rights, I think. And I think we have a reasonable chance of doing that. If you look at the fiscal numbers, you know, we have improved them every year, and since we got that AA- credit rating, and you know, we've improved our diversity in terms of our income streams. We're no longer as dependent as we once were on just 2 or 3 large commercial developments, retail sales. That diversity gives us very much strength and redundancy and ability to withstand, you know, tough times. And that's what Standard & Poor's looks at. You know, everybody does well in good times. What they want to know is do you have the ability to withstand the hard times and the tough times? And I think we can demonstrate that we can and have been able to do that.
Yeah, and as Steve said, there are certain metrics that they look at. One of those is the what they call the effective line income or the medium income household. The first time we got the rating, that was about at 39.6. The last time it was about at 41.3, which was a close to 5% increase. So with all the new developments and all the new jobs that has been created, that should help tremendously. And you would think and hope that the average medium income or the EBI has gone up since then. That would help with our rating, which is one of the things that
the census numbers that we get. And that's really what I'm kind of waiting on, is getting those census numbers, because I think they will show that median income numbers and some other things that will give us even more
it's just one of the
arguing points
metrics,
to
right,
go.
yeah.
The metrics will look so much better. And since we're on TV, I'll put in a plug for the census. If you haven't turned in your census,
Please
do so. It is critical to the growth and the prosperity of this city that we count every citizen. Alabama's only at 60% right now. I mean, that's terrible. That's got to get better.
Got to.
So if you get a chance to get out in the public and talk to people, fill out your census form and get it in. It enables us to have a better quality of life. It helps everybody in the city when everybody responds to that.
Well, it won't
Those
come around
numbers are
again in 10
critical.
more years. Doesn't come around every
Whatever
year.
number
You
we
can't
get-
make up for a mistake that cost you.
Whatever
You're
number
done.
we end up with, we're stuck for 10 years.
That's what I mean, we
And
done
have to
with it.
live
That's
with
what
it.
you can't afford to be
You know,
there.
the more accurate that count can get, you know, the better off this city will be, both in terms of fiscally, our ability to provide services and entertainment and other things to our city, our ability to attract industry and jobs. All of those things are factored into that. And, you know, I'm hoping the numbers will be where I believe that they will be, and that we will have a good chance to go back to New York City and tell our story and have a chance to get a ratings upgrade. I think it's a very real possibility. There's no guarantees, no assurance, but I think we you know, can take that shot anyway, take a swing at the bat.
I just have one quick question for you. Mr. Smith. And it's good that the projection of no increase in fees for the upcoming year, and with an increase of 1.5 million. And we've been in COVID now for approximately 6 months or so. How much of that did we take into effect to know that our general budget and utility budget will sustain for the upcoming year?
Our general fund budget is actually up. We're running about 7.5% ahead of projections.
Yeah.
We have not, in terms of city revenues now, just talking about that one, item, we've actually benefited because the stores that have remained open are the type of stores that we have in Phoenix City. Places like Walmart and Home Depot and Dan's Hardware and Publix and all your grocery stores. That's our economic strength is, and all of those businesses have done well. They're actually doing better now than they were doing pre-COVID. We don't have the types of businesses. I wish we did. Now, to some extent, we'd love to have a department, a JCPenney's or a Kohl's. I know our citizens would love to have that, but the fact that we have not had it has actually benefited us now, because those are the stores that have been most heavily impacted and have lost revenue. We don't have any of them. So we have not been negatively impacted, except in our lodging tax. Now, our hotels have struggled, and we're down very significantly in the lodging tax from our hotels. But other than that one source of revenue, which is a very small percentage of our total revenue, almost everywhere else our revenue's up.
Yeah.
We're having a very good year, the best year we've ever had. We will end the year with a much larger surplus than we had expected to when we put the current budget together.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Any questions, council? Comment?
Thank you.
Thank you. So we've heard the budget message. At this time, to everyone, I am declaring this as a public hearing for anyone to come and address this council in reference to this budget. And the reason why we moved it here instead of having it by Zoom is to give people an opportunity, following the law of the state of being out, keeping our distance, to be able to come and to ask questions as far as this public hearing. So I am declaring this as a public hearing for anyone who would like to step forward to address council in reference to this budget message or this budget. Okay, since no one is stepping forward, I am declaring this public hearing closed. So right now, any other discussion on the budget? Council, anyone? All right, so I am declaring it closed. All minds are clear? All right, nothing else? Well, we stand adjourned.